Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again. And I just wanted to just talk to y'all for a quick minute, just a quick second. If y'all take a little bit of time out your day to listen to your boy, because it's crazy because it's a lot of stuff going on in this world, and I'm talking about outside of COVID, and you know, and I'm not gonna get into this stuff because it's just it's a sensitive topic, but it's we gotta learn to love each other, man. We gotta learn to be better. It's 2020, y'all. We all this hate that's going on right now, it's gotta stop, man. It really does. And y'all already know I'm all about the positivity, especially on my channel. And I speak to you guys all the time, and I try to spread the love and everything like that. And especially because I know some of you guys that follow me that speak to me, that DM me on social media and tell me about some of the things that's going on in your personal life. I appreciate that. I really do. Which is why when I do start my memberships on the channel, I will do like I'm gonna do something real good for the members, just to show appreciation to you guys. Um, Basically, I'll do like live stream talks or whatever, and you guys talking to chat, and we can have like, it don't even have to be about football. We'll talk about personal lives. It'd be like almost like a group counseling session. So let me know what you guys think about that. I'm just thinking of different ideas to do when I do start my memberships. Like I said, I'm eligible to do it right now, but like I said, because of COVID, I know you guys, a lot of people are struggling monetarily, and I'm not trying to take nobody money. You know what I mean? So that's why I said I'm not going to start my stuff till things open up, and I know people get back on their feet and things of that nature. I'm not about that money, y'all. You know that. You know what I mean? Like I don't make much from YouTube at all. You know what I'm saying? Like I do this primarily for the love of it, just to talk to you guys. Those of you that have been following me from the beginning, I appreciate you guys all day, every day. You guys have been, pivotal in my process and my growth with my channel, things of that nature. So as we move along, as we get things going more, I'll have a lot of different things for you guys. So just it's just with everything going on now with me moving and me transitioning to you know my personal stuff and things of that nature. So, but yeah, I just want to talk about real quick with our team. Like, I know there's not a lot going on right now because everything is virtual. We haven't opened up to the point where you know the teams could come back and the players could be together and things of that nature. A lot of the players, especially the new players, they haven't got a chance to like see the other players in person. But I know they've talked, and I'll get into that in a second. But I just want to say real quick, I'm excited for Wednesday because the barbershops open back up on Monday, and I'm telling you, I have not had my hair cut in almost 4 months, and I'm just a woolly mammoth up under here, and I've been trying to do stuff with it, and it's just not. I just feel so ugly right now. I can't wait. I can't wait till Wednesday. My appointment is on Wednesday. I never had to make an appointment for a barber. That's how crazy things are right now. But it is what it is. But yeah, looking forward to that. Anywho. Back to the Cowboys. So, like I was saying, like with these players not being able to be around each other, it's crazy because you can't implement a game plan. Mike McCarthy is in Green Bay. He's back home in Green Bay, and he's basically like just talking to his young players via like Zoom and other platforms of video chatting and things of that nature. So it's crazy because we're going through this, I guess, a new norm as we say. Hopefully things will soon come to fruition that we want these players to be together so we can get back to doing some things because I miss football. I really do. I really do. Um, but the leadership in this locker room, and it's funny because the camaraderie between the players, even though the coaching staff has not changed, the players are still doing what they need to do. Step up, Sean Lee, like the team captains like that, Demarcus Lawrence. They've been chatting with the new guys that got picked on the team, like the free agents and the draft picks. They've been talking to these guys and, telling them, hey, welcome to the team. Excited to have you here. Excited to meet you. See what we can do going forward. And that's a big thing. So I'm loving to see that because they're basically showing the team like, hey, we're all in this together. We're trying to get to a place. We're trying to win an NFC title. We're trying to get to the Super Bowl. We're trying to do some things that we haven't done since the '90s. So they always say if you're a real Cowboy fan, you're gonna be there, win, lose, or draw. Period. And I understand the frustration with the fans, but just to give you a bit of good news, it it's a lot to be excited about this year, right? Because with the new coaching staff and everything, with Mike McCarthy and our defensive guys and Mike Nolan and Al Harris, Maurice Linquist, um, Edwards, the linebackers coach. You got Jim Tom Sula, defensive line coordinator. So I mean, it's a lot to be happy about, right? Um, you look at these coaches; they're veteran guys. They know what they're doing. They've had success in other places that they've been. Some of them were, in situations that they couldn't control because they were just coordinators. But they've done their job and they've done their job well. And a lot of players that have been under them before have respected them and know that they're good coaches and they're going to put their trust in them and they're going to follow their lead. Now, you can have a coaching staff, right? But if your players are not taking into what the coaching staff is saying, it's a recipe for disaster, because if your players are not in tune to what's going on, if they don't believe your philosophy, you're going to lose. Now, I don't like to talk bad about Jason Garrett. Like, we've had he's just been the Cowboys coach for so long, and we just keep hearing the same thing over and over again, and you just get tired of it after a while. We needed a fresh start. Now, he wasn't a terrible coach, but he wasn't the best. I like him better as a player, as not a player, as a person, as I did a coach. Now, I would say that Jason Garrett, in my opinion, is a basic coach. He's a basic guy. He'll get you some wins, but he's not a guy that's going to get you over the hump. And he would never make a Super Bowl because he's not an adjusting type of coach. He's the type of coach that comes in, he puts his game plan in, he puts his philosophy, and then he just lets it go from there. And if things change, if another team outdoes him, it is what it is. He's not going to try to change things or fix it up or make it right. He's not going to do that, unfortunately. So we need, with these young players and these young, great athletic guys that we have on this team, because there's no reason why we can't go far in this league with the talent that we have. It makes no sense at all. So with that being said, you need a coach that's going to be in here that's no nonsense, that's going to put every player accountable for his own job, his own duties. Everything that they're doing, they have to be held accountable for. It wasn't no accountability. You got a situation where Zeke Elliott and other players are like, "Oh, let me get a blow." So they get off the field and they don't do anything. And it's just like, it's second down and you're off the field and the game is on the line. What are you doing? So that stuff has to stop. So even core players have to be worried about their positions, because there's always somebody right up under you that will steal your spot. They will take your spot if allowed, if they can. So nobody's comfortable. Nobody should be comfortable right now. Period. So that's just how I feel about it. Now, I did want to talk about the secondary. That was my whole point of the discussion. Now, I really think that the secondary is going to be better than people think it is, right? You look at the guys that we got in free agency. Okay, so you talk about the draft picks. You got Trayvon Diggs and you got Reggie Robinson, right? Those are your draft corners, right? So you talk about the guys you got in free agency. You got Maurice Canady. You got Savion Smith from the XFL with the Houston Roughnecks, and then he had like a short stint with the Jaguars too before that. Chris Restry, we've had him on the practice squad. He's pretty much been on the team for a long time. He just could never crack the 53-man roster. He's a tall guy, but he's not as fast as these other guys, so I don't really see him making the roster again. C.J. Goodwin, one of the best special team DBs that we have on this team. Like, he's definitely got a spot. Of course, you have the guys that's been here, like Awuzie and Lewis. But with the addition of Darryl Worley, coming in here, and Savion and Maurice Canady, those are the guys that got picked up off the street. Then you go out and get Ha Ha Clinton Dix, which was he is a former Packer, so he knows Al Harris and how Al Harris wants things to be done, and he knows Mike McCarthy because he played under Mike McCarthy in his scheme. So everybody that we got in free agency, including the rookie draft picks, all of them are physical corners, physical safeties. This DB group that we have right now as a whole, even though like some of them come from places that they didn't do all that great, because you can always chalk that up to the team that they were playing on. You can chalk that up to who they were sitting behind. Like it's a numbers game. If you're the odd man out, you're the odd man out. Right now we got a whole slew of guys. Excuse me. And everybody seems to be the same as far as height-wise, physicality, the way that they go about and play it. So the way that this defense is going to be played is predicated on how the front line is doing and how these guys are playing physical. Every one of these guys are physical guys. Even the guys that we had on the team are physical, but we just chose not to play that way because we were under Marinelli's system and under Chris Richard's tutelage. That didn't work. So you got rid of them. You overhauled your defensive coaches, and now you're in a situation where you have a whole different set of guys, and these guys' philosophy is way different than what we were doing before. They want to fit their scheme around the players that they have on the field, not fit players into the scheme. That is the difference. And that is, in my opinion, shout out to Law Nation, Skywalker Still, Big Game James, doing their show, The Late Night Hype. Shout out to those guys. I love all three of those guys. Those guys are awesome. I love them. But, they had Daryl Worley on there. What was it? On Thursday, I think it was. Was it Thursday? Yesterday? What's today, Friday? Yeah, yesterday. So, yeah, they had Daryl Worley on there. I didn't get a chance to watch their show, so I watched it this morning when I woke up because I've been busy. But just listening to him talk and things of that nature and just hearing these guys in these players be honest, you know what I mean? And I think that all of these guys, hell, I wouldn't mind them bringing back George Iloka because I think George Iloka would actually play well on this team in this new coaching staff situation, but that's just me. Go back and go get him. Go get him. We use another safety. Go get him. We got a bunch of corners. They're talking about switching some people to safety. Why not just get him? I don't think George Iloka, I think he's a free agent. So go back and get him. Make it work this time. It didn't work last time because, like he said, Chris, he was trying to disguise the coverage in cover 3, and Chris Richard told him not to do that, and his response was, so you want them to know what we're doing pre-snap? Ooh. And I think that's one of the reasons why he wasn't on the team, because he gave pushback to the coaches. Now, coaches need to realize that, like, what you're doing is not working. If it ain't working, you got to fix it. You got to change it. You got to do something different. That's what I love about this new regime right now. It's a whole different ball game. And I know you guys, we haven't really seen much. And I know some of you guys are still kind of skeptical about it. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But I'm telling you right here, right now, at the end of May, telling you right now, this secondary is going to be better than you guys think it is. I can pretty much gun for it. I just got an inkling. I just got a feeling that even the guys that we have right now, you guys may not think that they're the best, but you put these guys together on a roster with, what the coaches demand on this team, they want to be more physical. And that was the biggest problem with the Dallas Cowboys last year. We're playing 10, 15 yards off the damn ball. We're not pressing these receivers. We're not pressing these tight ends. We're not getting up in the face of these wide receivers. Of these running backs and receivers and things of that nature to get physical. They were not looking back for the ball. All of these guys are going to be looking back for the ball, and this new regime is going to tell them to look back for the ball. Anytime you tell your DB to not play the ball, that's the wrong way to coach, man. That is the wrong way to coach. And by all means, I never played DB, but I know how it works. I was a linebacker, but I still know how coverages work, and I know that even at linebacker, when I saw that ball in the air, I'm like, especially if a ball got popped up, oh, I'm getting that thing. I'm gonna be right there because I can catch. And those of you that saw the video that Mark did of me when we were in Texas, when we were just playing around on Cowboys field, and he threw the ball and I caught that high ball, like I can catch. You know what I'm saying? I still got some athletic in me. I've been working out a lot and I'm getting back to form and I'm feeling good like I did in my 20s. So it is what it is. But anywho, that's really what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to let you guys know that hey, these DBs are not sap suckers like you guys think that they might be. I think they're going to be good. I think Anthony Brown's going to play better. I think Awuzie is going to play better. I damn sure think that Jordan Lewis, he got a chip on his shoulder right now because everybody, you hear these articles, you see these articles coming out about J. Lou. They're trying to say that J. Lou going to get cut. And I know he's watching this and seeing this. Not me, but I'm just saying like those articles that's coming out, those random non-Cowboy stuff. I know he sees that and he's probably like, man, I'm not even going to let y'all phase my life like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show y'all who I am, and I'm going to show y'all that I can be the best and will be the best. And just because I ain't as tall as these other guys don't mean that I ain't hungry. So, it's all about playing well. And if whoever gets the job is the one that plays the best out there. So, you see, J. Lou used to go up against Dez Bryant. He wasn't afraid of Dez Bryant. So, it is what it is. So sometimes you got to look at the bigger picture things, the bigger picture part of the situation instead of just listening to all these heads, these talking heads, and some of the nonsense that comes out of their throat don't make sense. It don't. Like I said, nobody knows 100% everything. Nobody does. I get that. But when you take educated guesses and you study the Cowboys like I do, and you know what's going on, and it's a lot of it is common sense. It's common sense. If you do your research, you see what Darryl Worley did when he was with the Raiders. If you see what he did when he was with the Panthers, and you just go back through a lot of these guys that recently got on the team, you go back and look at their track record. They're all physical guys. Even Ha Clinton Dix, he's not the best tackler, but if I need an interception, they're at least going to be in the right spot. They're going to be in coverage. You know what I mean? And they're better at pressing these corners. These wide receivers and these tight ends. So at the end of the day, I'm liking what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? I'm not mad about the moves that they made. I'm not at all. You got a lot of these guys that are former first round pick, former top tier players in the league that just things didn't work out for them in their respective teams. And now that you got these guys and they still got some juice left in them, why not utilize and take advantage of what you have? It's the same thing with the Aldon Smith thing. Everybody's like, oh, why we get Aldon Smith? He ain't played in 4 years. Okay, the boy got fresh legs right now. And from what I'm hearing, as far as and these are Dallas Cowboy constituents, people that work closely with the team, if they're saying he's looking good, if they're saying he looked like he ready to go out there and punch a hole in the wall, then bring his ass out here and throw a hole in the wall. That's it. So I think Aldon Smith is going to be better than we think he is. Hopefully we get Randy Gregory reinstated because that's another big thing that needs to happen as well. But things are coming together. Things are rolling. You know what I mean? And I just feel like we're going to be better than I think we are. I had to sit back and think about it myself because I was like, And you look at the guys that re-signed, like Anthony Smith and Darian Thompson and things of that nature. Like those guys, Darian Thompson showed some promise last year. He had a nice little goal line stand where he stopped the running back from scoring in there, and he just went in there, put his head in, and just stopped him dead in his tracks. Now, he played with physical ability last year. So we'll see what happens with Mike McCarthy, who he decides to keep and who he decides to stay, because that part is going to be real interesting. It really is. So let me know what you guys think about the secondary and Alden Smith, I guess, in the chat box. Like I said, I think these guys are going to be great. A lot of them are versatile, so you can move them around. Some you could throw them in the box, play box safety. You know what I'm saying? Go down there, help the linebackers and things of that nature. I heard that they were going to switch Jalen Smith and LVE, one to the outside, one to the inside. I heard they was going to switch them around. Sean Lee's going to keep his part-time position right there because you need him longevity wise. Because we know that he's injury prone. So the less he plays, the better. But that's all I had. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks again, all my subscribers. Appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't be afraid. I ain't gonna bite. Tap that notification bell. It's your boy YouTube Blue. Always keep it real. Talk to y'all soon.